People of Earth, we have come to upgrade your cosmic consciousness. DNA activation ready. In 3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome to Q&A on Breakthrough Leadership. I'm Lou Quinto.
I'm Craig Anderson.
Today, what we're going to cover on our topic is providing clarity around your mission and your vision. And the three topics that we're going to talk about is one, what's the difference between a mission and the vision? Two is, once you've created that mission, how do you keep that first in front of everybody at all times? And last, we're going to talk about keeping the vision in sight of everybody as well. So the first one, mission and vision. Greg, what's the difference between them?
Well, it's funny you ask, because a lot of times people get those two things muddled together. Mission to me, and when I've worked within companies that I've run and businesses that I've run, as well as with clients I work with today, mission is, why do we exist? What customers do we serve? What problem are we trying to solve? Why did we create this company? Something beyond we wanted to make some money. So we really want to try and identify what the mission is. Vision is, what are we building? So 3 years down, 5 years down the road, what's the company going to look like? Today we may have 5 employees and a great idea and a handful of customers, but where are we trying to go? In 5 years, how many employees, how many customers do we want to have? What's our reputation going to be? What are we going to be known for? These are the things that we identify in the vision statement to help us kind of say, all right, that's the direction.
Yeah, I like to pose it very simply using an analogy. Your mission, obviously, is what you are today. What do you stand for? What are your values? What are you trying to do? So that every day you come in and you know, okay, this is what we are as a company. And your vision is, what do you want to be when you grow up? So that's where you set your goals and you say, I want to be the leader in the industry. I want to be able to dominate a particular segment or market. I want to be able to work within a certain demographic. That becomes your mission. So, okay. The next one is, now that we've created these things, obviously in a business environment, you've got to keep that mission in front of everybody. There's got to be that constant reminder. And I know you've been in the trenches. How do you keep that as a constant reminder in front of employees all the time?
Well, a lot of times, you walk into a company, you see it up on the wall, and
Excellent.
Yeah, it's very nice, and it's you walk by it as you go in. But the real issue is, what are you doing with the mission? How is that built into your business? So when you're talking to customers, when you're talking to employees, when you're making decisions about products, about new client acquisition, hiring people, firing people, how does that all tie? Are you doing it in a way that is true with the mission that you have for the organization? And I think that's the way you keep it alive is, as a leader, you make sure that you're bringing that mission up as often as you can and bring it up in the context of the business decisions that you're making.
Right.
That, I think, makes it very real for you and for your employees and your customers, and that will help keep that mission alive.
Yeah, and I'm glad you said in decisions. I mean, we make decisions on a daily basis for our business, in our companies, and that mission or the components of that mission have to be part of the criteria that you establish in making that decision, so that you're making a decision based upon the ethics of the company, the principles, the values of the company, but also what are the primary goals of your existence, as you said. So good. All right. And then now that we have the mission, we've got to keep the vision in sight too. And this goes back to a previous podcast that we had where we talked about, keeping a business plan constantly in front of people. Because these are your goals, these are your objectives, where we want to be when we grow up. And I know that in many instances it's hard to lose track of, or it's easy to lose track of those things. But one of the things I always tell people is the best way to keep your vision in sight is to look at your daily list of things to do, whether it be you or whether it be working with a group or an individual one-on-one, and keeping that vision to help you prioritize. Because when it comes to priority, you have to, what do I need to get done right now? And if you can associate your task with your vision or your ultimate goal or an objective that you're working on, you'll be able to determine how important it is in your prioritization of those particular tasks. Right. If something is not directly connected to a goal, or if something has no connection to a goal whatsoever, then obviously it's going to fall lower down on your list of things to do.
Absolutely. And I think keeping the vision in sight really is, if you keep that vision specific, but you keep it something that is concise enough that everybody kind of knows what it is you're building. Right. And then similar to what you're doing with the mission, keep that in mind. As you're presented with new client opportunities, as you're presented with new product opportunities, or acquisition opportunities, is that all building towards that vision that you have for the organization? That should be the driver. Is it moving me one step further down the path of what I want to get to, right? That's where I think you keep the vision very alive. So when you're doing business planning, setting annual goals, when you're setting individual goals for employees, how are you tying all those into that vision of what you're trying to build? So it becomes very real. I think both mission and vision are things that you need to keep very real for employees. And by tying them into these business decisions that you're making and explaining those business decisions in terms and in context of that vision, that's where it becomes a living, breathing thing that's running the business.
All right. So what are the key takeaways that you'd like to tell everyone?
Yeah, I think for me, the key takeaways, and a lot of times we get trapped in the planning process about let's get some objectives, let's get these projects listed out. But I think we really need to come back to why and really make why a real part of our business. The mission and the vision are why. That tells us why we're making decisions we're making. It tells us who we're trying to work with. If we lose track of those, annual objectives are just, it almost gets back to our discussion on tasks, right? So I did a lot of stuff, but did I move anything forward? And I think the vision and mission are those things that are helping us to move forward. And that's my takeaway, is keeping it real.
Yeah, and my key takeaway is very similar. It's understand that a mission and a vision is not something you hang on a wall.
Right.
And you just hope people, they'll spot something and go, "Ooh, look at that, isn't that nice?" It's living and breathing. It comes into play when we're doing our daily list of things to do, when we're working on projects, prioritizing different things to make sure that, one, it's in line with our mission, what we are today, but also what do we want to be when we grow up.
Right.
And so that is looking down the road a little bit and trying to tie how those two things are.
Perfect. Great.
Good.
Okay.
Well, we hope that you learned something about missions and visions today. If you like today's vlog, go ahead and click on the like button down below. And also, don't hesitate to subscribe to Q&A so that this way you're alerted when a future vlog comes up. Again, I'm Luke Quinto.
I'm Craig Anderson.
Thanks.
Thanks.